This video is entitled Talk is Cheap. Many of us have engaged in what you thought was going to be a conversation about conflict resolution, only to find that the person that you were communicating with took your words, twisted them, and all of a sudden now you're the issue. You're the problem. You desire to give honest feedback in order to prevent issues from escalating and things getting out of hand. Your intentions were to clear the airwaves, to address an issue, to resolve the issue so that there would be no more issues. Typically, this happens in many different kinds of relationships where one person is seeking to maintain peace and order and stability, while the other person feels like it's a character attack, and they allow their emotions to control and dictate what they say and do. That is a tactical ploy in order to avoid taking ownership, accountability, and responsibility for their behavior that has impacted the relationship negatively. So it's also a way to maintain their level of comfort, but does not promote growth. So talk is cheap. This video it really helped me when I began to embrace the dirty work, the dark work that I must do in order to grow. In order to grow, we all must take a look inside instead of looking to blame someone else. So when we take a look inside, that's an act of maturity, it's an act of discipline. It's difficult, it's hard to see yourself as a major contributor to the problems and the issues that you're facing with your spouse, with your significant other, with a coworker, with someone that you have come in contact with. We all must begin to take a look in the mirror. And this is why I believe talk is cheap, because actions speak louder than words. So it's not about gaining more information. You've already gained enough information to help you resolve the conflicts that you're in right now. You already know enough information to have avoided this situation. So the issue is not counseling and therapy. The issue is change, obedience to God's word, sacrificing, submission, cooperation, willingness. And so here's what I'm saying. When there is an issue, when someone has wronged you, to prevent them from emotional escalation, to prevent them from engaging in deflecting, taking your words and twisting them, to prevent them from manipulating the conversation to avoid being held accountable and responsible, to avoid you feeling like you're to blame for bringing up an issue. Here's the suggestion to end all arguments. What you said, what you did, cannot happen again. If it happens again, this is what I will do. There's no argument, there's no discussion. They don't have to explain, they don't have to understand. They just have to choose whether they're going to continue with their behavior, which is the issue, or they're going to choose to stay in this relationship and grow. So when you have a person that's with you that values their relationship and is willing to admit they're wrong, willing to admit this is an issue that they've been dealing with for quite some time, that's where you apply grace, because we all need grace to grow. If you have someone who's making excuses, the minute they begin to justify their actions, their words, their behavior, you don't need to say another word. You have the closure that you need. You have all the closure that you need. Because in essence, they have told you by their actions, that they're more comfortable with their behavior that has negatively impacted their relationship than they are with the discipline and sacrifice that's required to maintain this relationship and continue to grow. So talk is cheap. State the standard and let them choose. That's what Jesus did, the rich young ruler. He simply stated the standard. Go and sell all that you have. Come back. Take the earnings and go give it to the poor, and then come back and follow me. What Jesus did, he challenged the rich young ruler to do something that was uncomfortable, that was difficult. He challenged the rich young ruler to see things from a different perspective. He challenged the rich young ruler from where he was and to direct his attention to where he should be. And that is serving. So if they're unwilling to see things from God's perspective, in order to guard your heart from further damage, you must let them do what they want to do anyway. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them and their relationship with God. Brothers and sisters, when you have someone that's willing to say, I was wrong, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make this relationship work so that we can grow old together. Man, you have a precious, precious gift from God. And I just say to God be all the glory. And if you don't have that person, you still have a precious gift from God, because now you have peace, and you can move on with your life, and you can make room for God to add that person to your life, even if it's not a person, even if it's just a closer walk with God. You have everything that you need to grow. So remember, today is the challenge where you will no longer argue. You will no longer defend yourself. You will no longer explain yourself. You will no longer engage in foolish and unlearned arguments. You will no longer take what they say and do personally. You simply state, this cannot happen again, and you let them choose. Brothers and sisters, that's my time. I thank you for yours, and as always, remember, Jesus Christ is Lord, and he's Lord over all, all right? God bless you. Stay tuned. See you guys real soon, all right? Take care. God bless.